Hey everybody, today is Monday, May 13th, 6 p.m. You know what that means. I hope everybody's got their coffee or something to drink.
Okay.
All right, you know what time it is. It's 6 p.m.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it!
All right, everybody. How you doing, Christy?
What's up? Hey, made it through Monday. Life can't get better.
All right, that's one way to look at it.
Yep.
Okay, let me make sure we're good here. Oh, you think I'd be more organized? Okay, not enough coffee.
It's Monday.
What is that from Damon Jacobs? Look into using the Brave browser so I can tip you a bat coin. I don't know what that means, Damon, so email me and explain
Ooh,
what you're saying.
Sounds very cryptic, but
The Brave
very
browser, yeah.
Brave browser, and you get tipped. I mean,
Maybe it's like AJ's cookies, a bat coin. That'd be kind of cool. All
and
right.
hello to our moderator, Copper Dan. Welcome. And welcome to all of you lovely people. There's lots in the room tonight because we're talking Forrest Fenn.
Forrest, almost like Forrest Fenn said what, but I didn't call it that. We called it Forrest. What did Forrest say? Because there's some things that, and I got to apologize to Christy because last time she said I don't believe Forrest when he said that, and I said wait a minute, then why do you think there's a treasure chest out there? But he has made some comments that you kind of go, that doesn't reconcile, right? So that's what we're
Yeah.
going to talk about tonight. So
Yeah.
super chat's on. Give the video a thumbs up, and if you guys have a question, put it in the chat room.
Yeah. So the interesting part is this is kind of the whole idea. Does he say something? Did he slip? Did he say something intentionally? Or what is up with that? Like Forrest Fenn said, what? So it's a little bit of a cryptic combination. I started a thread on Thor. I also started over on Facebook, and I will say Thor came up with many more ideas on this topic. But we had a great video that had already been done from a famous tuber, Alan Kay. And so we thought we would start there with just some of the nuggets of information that's out there. And I started the thread and said, okay, when did he hide the treasure chest? 2003 or 2008 with some basic math. There's a conundrum between what he is saying. And there's been many quotes over the years that people have said, okay, did he slip? What happened? And well, Thor has an axe now. My son did tell me that. He said, okay,
What's
the
that?
Thor now has an axe, I guess. This is
What does
very
that mean? What do you mean an axe? Oh,
like
Thor! I thought you meant Hit to Riches, the website. I'm like,
no.
what?
Yeah, that's where my son's like, we have to
Yes.
buy an axe now for the house, so we need to
Ah.
see Thor. I'm like, oh goodness, okay.
Yeah, I
So
saw the movie twice opening weekend. It was good. Go see it if you haven't seen it.
okay.
Alan Kay, he is a Forrest Fenn searcher, and if you
And in the
guys,
room, hello, Alan.
yeah, hey Alan, how you doing? We are going to show his video that he entitled 17 Nuggets. See what he did there? See what he did? Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
And if you guys remember from, about a year and a half ago, Hidden Secrets app, which still has not come out. But when I got the mystery box in the mail that I opened with my boys, Alan got one and he opened it with his daughters. So that video is out there. So, all right. So we are going to mute it, Alan. Sorry, we're not going to play the whole thing. But it's really cool how you listed the questions here.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can make this full screen to make it easier. Okay, nugget number 1. Why did you write to thrill the chase? And not every one of these might be a contradiction, but there are a couple that we definitely wanted to go over.
To really dive into. So we'll probably kind of fly by a few of them, but I really wanted to dive into a couple of them.
Yeah,
Okay.
so why'd you write to thrill the chase? My audience is every redneck in Texas that lost his job, has a wife and 12 kids, put some gas in the truck, get your sleeping bag, and strike the trail. When my chest is found, I hope it'll be somebody like that. Now, do you think there's a clue in that? I mean, do you think that's just his general thought, or is there like, oh, he said it because of
I think
something?
he was trying to inspire the masses. I have had a searcher say this means that if you are not totally destitute and need every bit of this to get by, that you should not be searching and it needs to go to this type of person.
Yeah, right.
I don't think that's the case. No, I think this is just trying to say, hey guys, this is for the average person. This is for everyone. And so I do not.
Right,
Number one,
right.
I
And
do.
Forrest has never precluded anybody from looking for his treasure chest.
Exactly. But some people like to complain just to
Right,
complain.
right. All right.
So,
Nugget number 2. I have never said the chest was buried. We're all familiar with this one if you've been in the search any amount of time. I've never
no.
said that the chest is buried. That doesn't mean it isn't buried. I just didn't want to give that clue. The chest weighs 42 pounds. And then,
He
yeah,
has said it's buried, but he has retracted it
right,
quickly after
right.
he has said it. So in my opinion, I think there's two different thoughts here. I don't think he can, so if it is buried, he could say it was buried, but then anybody that's damaging land, and I think he could be attributed to that. So that could be one reason he doesn't want to say it. The other reason is, what if it was just like flush to the ground and then it rained or something happened and now it's under kind of a thin layer of dirt? Is that buried?
Right.
You know, when he has that one quote that's like entombed and this and that. I,
Hmm.
I think this one, for me, the treasure chest is not buried. What I mean is digging with a shovel, putting it in, and then putting stuff
Right.
over the top.
I
But
mean, if it's
what say
covered
you,
with
Mike?
leaves, he said somebody's going to complain. You said it wasn't buried, right? So, yeah, I agree. I believe it is not buried in dirt. There is not a foot of dirt over this thing, and we need a metal detector or a shovel to find it. That's just my
Yeah,
opinion. But it could
yeah.
be covered up with something, and it could be
Can be mulched
cleverly
up with
concealed.
leaves. Doug
Yeah,
NM says, Holy says mudslides. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it could
yeah.
be.
What if a tree
I'm
falls
in.
down on top of it or
Well,
something?
I'm in North Carolina, and within like 6 minutes, there was an inch of rain that just came out of nowhere, and then everything was gone. Well, there was big puddles of stuff. There was dirt had moved quite a bit, let alone in the Rockies. That happens all the time. So, anyway,
So nugget number 3. This one's interesting because the question is: are there hints in the graphics? Graphics is an interesting word. He says you can blame Susan Caldwell for that because she put these little postmarks around the book. Now, does that mean that there are no hints in the postmarks? Because he just said Susan Caldwell put them in there, not Forrest Fenn himself. Do you read it that way or no?
I think he has said something like this not only to the postmarks but to all the illustrations on all of his books. And I'm sorry, there's just too much there. So this is my confirmation bias. I'm sorry, I've spent too much time on all of those, and Davio has to be in the room. He has to. There's so much there that no,
I don't know.
he's just playing with us. He's asking us not. But then why does he say the blind man can only read the oh,
You can't see he'll be at a disadvantage. He said the
yes,
blind man
and
would be at a disadvantage.
why didn't he let either Rodney or I read the book to the masses or do an audio book where the collected works bookstore could still get it? He said because the illustrations are important. Why are they important, Mr. Fenn? What is going on? This is a conundrum, in my opinion.
I think this
Boom.
means there's no hints in the postmarks, guys. I know people have spent a lot of time on those, but he said blame Susan Caldwell because she put them in there. So I don't know. As far
Yeah,
as
the postmarks for me wasn't something that I've spent a ton of time on, but I know
right,
people have.
yeah.
But what if he's trying to mislead and or not trying, but like saying, "Oh, don't do," and then it's going to take the perseverance to figure it out. I don't know.
And then he goes on to say the person that finds the treasure chest is gonna have to figure out the clues and walk straight to it. They're not going to happen on it, which we know he said that many times. But again,
And
figure out the clues in the
this is
book.
a legendary question. How is it concealed? I think that is going to be the crux of. I think some people are close, and that is the only thing they're waiting for. So, blind man has a cute sense of hearing. Boom. Okay, there's booms happening left and right in this chat room.
And then Mark Connor in the chat says, when the book first came out, didn't Forrest say it was buried? Then he changed it later to hidden. I don't know if
Right.
he said that when the book first came out. Did he? I don't know if he's always said
Well,
not buried, maybe buried.
I think it was the audio of it, and it was within, I think within hours or a day that he came back and said, no, I just like the pinion nuts. He
Mhm.
said it, but then he retracts it because, you know, everybody catches on fire and says, no, you know, oh, this gave a huge hint away. So in my opinion, even if he did say it, and there's audios out there that he has said it, I think he retracts it quickly. My opinion.
So KJ said, what about Donnie's mom, the postmaster? Was that in the Thrill of the Chase? I don't remember Donnie's mom being a postmaster. I remember Forrest saying his mother just looked out the window like she was waiting for the postman or something when his ball of string disappeared. But I don't remember anything about Donnie's mom in the book, but I could be wrong. Okay,
Yeah.
nugget number 4. I know the treasure chest is still where I hid it. And now this is a big one because he says, I know that the treasure is still where I hid it. I said I know that the treasure is still where I hid it. Nugget number 5, will you know when the chest is found? There's no way to know. But then at other times he said, I can't say positively that I will know when somebody finds it, but I think I will. And more recently he said, I'll know when somebody finds it.
Yeah.
So,
But then I think it was the
Be right
lore,
back.
one of the documentaries, he also said, I won't know for sure, but the type of treasure hunter that finds this is going to be the one who will definitely contact me, or something like that. So there is 4 statements, 4 contradictory statements. So does he know? Does he not know? In my opinion, he knows. I think webcams, just because that sounds so 007, and he's DB Cooper. That's a joke for any that have not been on the forum. That is a joke.
Zodiac. Anyway.
Yeah, he's a close sort. No, but I personally believe he's going to know, and it's not just somebody's going to contact him. I think because here's the thing: he said that he's going to announce on Hint of Riches to me. He's going to send me an email and say, announce that the treasure chest has been found. I will email him when they used to email me all the time, and I'd always email him, and he would tell me instantly, no, it has not been found. Well, what if somebody found it the day before and they just hadn't contacted him? I think there's a way that he knows. And even though there's contradictory statements.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, there you have it. We are solving all contradictions today.
Well, I don't think this one's a contradiction, but where did you buy the chest? I went to a Walmart and everybody laughs. He says, I bought it from a museum director. It was perfect for what I needed. Hey, did anybody see if it was the Detroit Institute of Arts where he bought it? And I grew up in Detroit and I've never been to the DIA. Unfortunately.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So I don't think there's any controversy on that one. He's always said it was perfect for what he needed.
No additional clues that we could tear this apart with, so keep going.
Nugget number 7, has anyone ever gotten close? And it's like, define close. I don't know. Oh, he even says, I don't know what you mean by close, but I know people have been within 500 feet. He knows people have been within 500 feet. There are 2 different parties that have figured out the first 2 clues correctly. And they went right past the treasure chest because they didn't have the others. Now, he must mean clues. They didn't have the other clues.
Okay.
But he's also said those people didn't know that they had the first 2 correct, right?
Right.
So I guess that's not really...
There's a later nugget about then how do they get easier, but let's just focus on...
Oh, you're right. And that comes up, yes, for sure.
That comes up later. Yeah.
Wow. Could you imagine if you're one of the people who figured out the first 2 clues when this thing is over, but then you just totally spaced on the rest, but you're like, I was right there. I had the first 2 clues figured out.
200 feet, and it's something that I should have been able to see. Obviously... Okay, I won't be too ornery. Obviously, people know that I know a little bit about the 200-footer directly from Forrest, and everything is out there that I know about. So I think people have gotten close. I don't think anybody knows who it is, and for anyone that says it's them, it's not you. He said, and I don't know if he said it to me or where he said it, but it's not somebody on the blogs, it's not somebody on the forums, and It's not somebody actively looking, and it's someone who knew him, so he knows if they're out and about on the blog. So it's none of us.
They went once and that was it, right? Is that the quote? Okay.
Yep.
I'm glad we figured that out.
Okay.
He changed the poem continuously. The poem is not something I wrote in one afternoon. I worked 15 years on that poem. Now, this is interesting. From 1988 until, for 15 years. But then he says, I'm not very good at geography. I changed it continuously for a long time. What? He's not very good at geography. He better be. This whole poem is based on geography. How are we supposed to find it if he's not good at geography? That's kind of funny.
Oh, he's being
right. He's being silly. But there he says 1988. He gives a year.
Okay, so here's let me give you a couple of quotes this was the beginning of that thread that I talked about on Hint of Riches, Mike.
And I can show that as well. I can show the threads as well, yeah.
So here's the first quote. So it was 15 years from that time that I got cancer until the time that I hid the treasure chest. Another quote, I crafted the poem that is in my book. It has 9 clues, and I changed the poem over a 15-year period. People read the poem, and it's there. He sat down and wrote this poem in 15 minutes. It took me 15 years. And then he said, you may not know that I had cancer, lost a kidney, and was given a 20% chance to live. That was 26 years ago, which was a quote from 2014. My kidney was removed in 1988. And then the last quote is, "Did you hide the treasure chest in 2010?" And this was one of Jenny's words. He says, "I've never pinned it down that close. I will just say I was 79 or 80 when I hit it." And we all know that Forrest was born in 1930. So if you calculate this, if he got cancer in 1988, he hit the chest 15 years after that.
Which is 2003.
1988 plus 15 equals 2003.
Mm-hmm.
If he was born in 1930 and he hit it when he was 79 or 80, that would be either 2009 or 2010. Conundrum.
Well, so far we don't have the contradiction until he makes the next statement, right? So 1988, right?
Yeah.
Whoops, did I just mess that up? Yeah, 1988. And then 15 years to write the poem takes us to 2003, right? Yes, 2003. Okay, so now let's go to the next one. But I just like it's. I'm not very good at geography. It's like what? But
he's very good at geography.
And what is it? But that ties into what is he always said? The clue. Marry the clues to a map. You need a good map. So the clues are named on a map. I keep telling people. All right.
I don't know. I don't know about.
Okay, my wife doesn't know. My wife didn't know that I was writing the book. Most of the book I wrote in 6 weeks. I had it in my mind, but not on paper. And she doesn't know within 2 years. She doesn't know within 2 years of when I hid the treasure. The treasure chest, then he just goes off on a non sequitur. The treasure chest is 10 by 10, and I've written 2 books that are 10 by 10. Hey. And then later on, I thought he mentions the 2009, 2010 thing again. But we'll see. In this video, I think he does.
Okay. Well, so this is, how can he say she doesn't know within 2 years when he's told us within, I guess, 2 years, 79 or 80? This one has me shaking my head, scratching my head. I don't know.
You think she knows where it is? Or you think she knows when, at least when he went to hide it?
Oh, I do not believe she knows pinpointed at all. I believe she has guesses, but I don't believe she knows at all. I do believe, though, it was 2009 or 2010, because those of you that don't know, it was reported out on Facebook that someone does have the FOIA, and I will tell you it is not me. There's actually 2 people that have the FOIA, and it supposedly does give some sort of indication that the treasure chest was in his vault. If you believe that, and there is no evidence yet that has been out, it is not out yet, that is the case, and Douglas Preston said that he saw it. I think it was either 2008 or 2009. That would evidence enough that I believe it's the 2009-10 timeframe. I don't know if it really matters for the actual. I mean, some people think he buried or he put one in its place in 2003 and then checked on 2010 to make sure it was still there. I don't know. I don't think there's anything to it. There's no real there. I thought it'd be more interesting to find out the contents and really kind of pick apart. We love that one picture that's out there. I just wanted to see more pictures. But.
Tony Driver says, newsflash, Forrest Fenn was both 79 and 80 in 2010. His birthday is August 22nd, right?
Yeah.
And I've watched another video. I can't think off the top of my head who put it out, but somehow they figured it out to where it was the summer of 2010 when it was hidden. So I don't know. Take that with a grain of salt, I guess. Would it be something if he went out on his birthday though to hide it? Okay.
I don't think he could get away from his family on his birthday without them knowing. I mean, they
right. Yeah, that's true. Well, or maybe he's like, hey, I got to be something. I'll be back in 2 hours. I don't know.
2 hours
in an afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. How long ago did you hide the treasure chest? This one I almost want to play to hear him talk. But April the 14th, 1946, and that's a joke. I don't know. It was 3 or 4 years ago. How long ago did you hide the treasure chest?
And that was 2015. So that would be.
Yeah. How long ago? Yeah, he said it was 3 or 4 years ago, but it depends when. And this was in April 17th of 2013. So 3 or 4 years ago would be 2009, 2010. So that still fits.
There. Yeah. Must listen good. Proof that Preston saw it in 2003. Just what Preston said. He said it in one of the interviews. There is no proof. The only actual proof would be pictures that are date stamped per the FOIA. That would be the only.
Proof is a touchy thing.
Yeah. So his words, just like Forrest's words. So I don't know.
Did you already know where you were going to put the treasure chest? Yes, sure, absolutely. And that never changed. He put it right there where he's pointing on the map. That had to come first. So he knew exactly where he was going to put it. So that maybe that's a little bit of evidence that it was somewhere when he was a teenager up in that Yellowstone area. But some people say New Mexico when he got back from the service in the 70s. We'll never know till it's found. All right, that's not really a contradiction.
We'll never know for sure. Yeah, that's not a contradiction.
So I can walk straight back to that treasure, madam. I can walk straight back to that treasure. What?
But he has said lately, was it 6 words or 6 questions with Jenny where he said, I cannot make it back anymore?
Right, but this was 2013, so
Right.
maybe there's some health issues between then and now. But maybe there's a reason now that he's like, I probably couldn't
Something
walk
else.
back.
Come on, conspiracy theory, Mike. Come on.
Because it's not there anymore. Oh, did I say that? All right. How do you know the treasure will be safe for the next 1,000 years? That's always possible. Forest fires, earthquakes, mudslides, floods. I think the aura of it will always be there. It's not likely, but it certainly can happen. And I think that's just a general, things could
Yeah, and he
possibly
said that
happen.
in the 6 questions with Jenny, like the demographic. He didn't say it that way. He said like the geography hasn't changed a lot, nor will it for the foreseeable future, kind of thing. I might not have gotten that exactly right.
So must listen good is saying which Preston interview? He's never heard him say it. It was one of the Collected Works bookstore interviews, right? When it was the three
that's
the
what I
Forrest and
remember.
the 2 authors. Yeah,
I
Preston
tried
said
to.
it then.
I went and tried to find it on Terry Scant to try to give some context, and I couldn't find it on there. There's actually a set of Jenny's words that aren't up on Terry Scant too. So I don't know if Terry Scant's being maintained or not, or but I'll have to go through some actual videos to see if I can find it. But it was one of the collected work. I mean, he's only been on video, I think 2, 3, 4 times. I mean, not more than 4 times. So it's on one of those is when he said it.
So how can you encourage kids to find the treasure? It's not as much as encourage them to go look for the treasure. Let's encourage them to get out of the house, get out of the game room, experience. Look for a 2019 coin. You never know. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Exactly.
All right, that's not a contradiction.
This was before that.
Then I love this one. If you're serious about looking for the treasure, read the book. Then go back and read the poem 8, 10, 12, 15 times. And then go back and read the book slowly, looking for hints in the book that will help you solve the clues in the poem. Now, I don't think that's a contradiction. I think he's always maintained that's the way to solve it from the beginning, right?
Yeah, but I think it's interesting that he's saying then go back and read again and slowly looking for hints. So I don't know. That's where confirmation bias comes in. I don't know. This one's straightforward, I think, because he's always said that. But that one, there's so much in the book. So
Right.
everybody, I think, knows my past search partner is Follow Me Down, and he's a poem purist. And he was like, what is all this hubbub about page 99? And I sent him to Cynthia's blog, and he's like, interesting. He's like, that could relate to part of my solve. I'm like, if you read the whole book, you would have 100 of those ahas, like, oh, that relates. Oh, that relates. And I'm in a different state and I have that as well. So this is where it's too difficult. And Sean Dotson says this all the time. It's too difficult to rule so many things out because there's so much in that book. So I think we all have confirmation bias in our head.
Yeah. So somebody says we're talking too fast. The coffee must be working. All right, Jingo Bingo was his name. We'll try and slow it down.
Okay, we'll slow it down. And why don't we take some questions from? And we can go back to any of the nuggets that we have talked about. What do we need to go back to and talk slower?
Well, I want to show Thor as well because there's that one big contradiction that's on Thor that I think is the biggest one ever. So where's your favorite?
Oh, is that yours? The one that you?
Yeah, that's the one where I'm like, what?
You didn't post it. Somebody else posted it.
Yeah, somebody else posted it. Where's your favorite hiking area? I think I've done more hiking in my life in and around Yellowstone Park than any place else.
He doesn't even need to continue. There, he's done. So it's in Yellowstone.
That he says, but I've been all over New Mexico. It's like he catches himself and says, wait a minute. So that means it's not in Colorado, right?
Or maybe he just named those 2 places as he does in the book.
Right,
right.
right.
So, Sledneck, I'm going to bite here. Do you know how to eliminate confirmation bias? No, Sledneck. How do we do that? So as we wait for his answer.
We're going to bring up Thor, right? Hint of Riches. There's a design contest going on Hint of Riches as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Forrest Fenn's Hunt. Okay, this is hintofriches.com, everybody. You should go and register if you're not registered already. Function and junction details. All right, what was it called?
It's the second one down. There's actually 2 threads. One was from a year ago, and then so there is mine. If you don't like that, I'm K-Pro up on those boards. But there's lots here. People are posting theirs, and we're going to go over more of them if we have time tonight. But I'm going to dive into a lot of this stuff. But Mike has one that has always stuck in his craw, and somebody else posted it. Where was it?
Yeah, that is just that simple, one word. Alan K posted it.
Alan K.
Go check his YouTube channel out.
Yeah.
I could have written the poem before I hid the treasure chest, but I didn't. Well, we just established that he got the cancer was 1988. Took him 15 years to write the poem, is up to 2003. We think he hit it in 2009, 2010. But Forrest did say, I could have written the poem before I hid the treasure chest, but I didn't. So that makes it sound as if the treasure chest was hidden before he wrote the poem. How is that? Right?
See, and I
don't understand that quote.
And I don't know if this is right, but it's something like, so we know several people, and I met his one cousin that up in Yellowstone swears that he has seen the previous version of like Rest My Bones rather than it was a version of it. I think he means he didn't finalize the poem. Like it wasn't completely finalized. And so maybe he changed a word.
Oh, wait a minute. I could have written the poem before I hid the treasure chest. Yeah, but I didn't. It just doesn't make sense. He wrote the poem. He did write the poem before he hid the treasure chest. That's exactly what he did, but he says I didn't.
Well, Must Listen Good is saying it means that he hid it in 2003. You've got to resolve that. Ooh, do we need to bring these two? Like my biggest thing is the 2003, 2009. Yours is this one. Do both of those work? Do these solve each other?
I could have written the poem before I hid the treasure chest, but I didn't. That makes it sound as if he hid the treasure chest before 1988. In other words, the 15 years?
No. But he didn't finalize it. What if he hid it?
2003. Okay.
And then he started in 1988.
Right.
He hid it in 2003, and then he finalized the poem in 2009, 10. After the raid, he was worried, so then he finally put the
it contradicts when he says 2009, 2010, and it also contradicts I was 79 or 80. So I don't know. I don't know how to reconcile. Anybody else? Does this bother anybody else? I could have written, and even Dale called him out on Dale's vlog. He called him out and emailed Forrest and said, this timeline doesn't match up. And Forrest responded and said, that's how I remember it.
Right.
So,
which is like a non-answer. That's a Fenn answer.
Yeah. I could have written the poem before I hid the treasure chest, but I didn't. October 16th, 2016. I don't know. Well, you know what? It's Mysterious Writings link. Let's see what the question was. Maybe the question will shed some light. You think? MysteriousWritings.com, everybody.
Well, Tony Driver
this isn't a 6 questions. Okay.
Tony Driver saying he never said 2009. Go back to Thor.
He has said 2009.
Yeah, go back up to the top.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't put the links, but those are all, go down a little bit.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, there's a quote in there that says it. Where is it? 2000.
Did you hide the chest in 2010?
Yeah.
I have never pinned it down that close. Let's just say I was 79 or 80 when I hit it. He was 79 and 80 in 2009, 2010. He was born in 1930. And he has said it was 79 or 80.
Okay. So Jan's saying he hit it yesterday. Who cares? Yeah. Okay.
Well, we're just trying to figure out why it seems like it contradicts each other, and we're trying to resolve it. That's all.
Right. And okay, so this is what Listen Good said. What if that nobody has thought? Yeah, these are the what ifs, or there's something that we're all missing. Could
be. He said a deep thinking treasure searcher could, using logic, could determine something to the hiding spot. I mean, I don't know. It's just a weird one. I'd like that answered, if anything. Yes, yeah, Tony, he was 79 and 80 in 2010. And a lot of people think it was 2010 when he hit it. But then why would he make this comment that he hit it before he wrote the poem? It don't make no sense.
Yeah, that could be. Or it could not matter. But we could go back to what is WWWH, because we haven't done that in the last 10 years at all, or 9 years or whatever it is at all. Yeah, this is just a different conversation, trying to look at some different things that we're all missing. That's what he keeps saying. We're all missing something. What are we missing?
So here's one from Zapster on the cancer question. He says he was first diagnosed in 1988 and he had his kidney removed in a 5-hour operation. But has he ever said when he was declared cancer free? In other words, they remove the kidney, but then doesn't some time go by?
Right. Okay. Well, and you're really not. Many people say that because I've had both my parents had cancer several times. You are not truly cancer free until you pass the 5-year mark and they test you and they make sure that you haven't gotten it back. Mm-hmm. So maybe 2003 is actually 2008 because they took it out in You know what I mean? Like, so he's
Yeah.
not really cancer free, or they didn't really get the cancer out
Mhm.
until you're 5 years, and that 5 year window is where you celebrate big time.
But the quote is, it was 15 years from the time that I got cancer until the time that I hid the treasure chest. That takes it to 2003, like we said. So is it 2003 or is it 2010? Did he write the poem before he hid the chest, or did he write the poem after he hid the chest?
Well, and some people say, and in this thread somewhere, I think they say it, or the other thread, they say he hit it initially in 2003, checked it in 2010 to make sure it was still there, but he's also said he hasn't gone back to it. So I don't know. I do not know.
Yeah, that's a head scratcher for sure.
It is a
I
head
don't know.
scratcher, but it's one of those that where did the 2003 come from? The 2003 came from, he said he got cancer in 1988 and he hid the treasure chest 15 years after that. He doesn't do anything more than for 15 years, 15 years, 15 years. So 1988 plus 15.
Well, David Dow's got an interesting point. He says he hid the chest in 2003 as a test run. Then he recovered it, and then he hit it again back in 2010. So maybe he's hit it twice. I mean, that's a possibility, I guess. Maybe he hid the chest, but nothing in it in 2003. Did he ever say when he acquired the chest, the Roman box? I don't know if he's ever said a year when he bought it, but
I don't know.
yeah.
I don't know. Well, and this is one that, and this is where I do agree with when Jan was saying, who cares? I don't care enough to put
Right.
hundreds of hours into it, but it is one of those going, is this the one thing? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I care enough to go, there is a discrepancy here, and it may mean something. I just don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting. All right. What else do we have here? If you tell your solve to a friend, don't be surprised if she shops at Gucci while you fill your cart at Walmart. That's not
well,
really a
and look,
discrepancy, is it?
no, look at the one above it that I'm quoting.
Oh,
Zapster
yeah.
says,
Yeah.
if you have a search partner, best to have them wait in the car, but also says don't go into the mountains alone. 2 searchers together is the absolute minimum. And then you add in that third one. Should you be going with somebody? Should you be taking them with you or not?
But wouldn't the have one person wait in the car, meaning if you don't come back out, that person can get help type thing?
Okay,
Could
then
that
why
mean that?
it says if you
Don't go
tell
in the
your
mountains
solve to a
alone.
friend, don't be surprised if she shops at Gucci while you're
Well, that just means somebody can backstab you and take your solve and run with it. I think that's all that means. If you tell your solve to somebody, hey, don't be surprised if they go get it. Of course,
Oh, no.
everybody's solve has been wrong, but they don't believe that. So,
Yeah, and I'm actually with Mitzi on this one. I think he's being facetious about the Gucci one because people were. I mean, I think I've told the story. I partnered up with one person that ended up being 2 people, and they were kind of working me, which was fine.
mhm.
But I mean, there's skullduggery in the chase. It's like there's no cheating in baseball. I mean, there's no cheating in treasure hunting. You're not breaking the law. I mean, is it cheating or is it not? Yeah.
So I got to say, Invictus would have won. If this would have been a contest for a coin, I think Invictus would have won. He says they're going to have to figure out the clues in the poem. They'll take them right straight to it. I can go right straight to it. I could go right straight to it. All 3 of these are contradictions because if you have to go right, then you're not going straight to it. But I think that's funny. Get it? If you're going right, you're not going straight. Get it?
I'm gonna check Invictus's IP to make sure it's
I
not
thought-
mine. He
well,
got way too much of a kick out of that one.
The sad part is I had to read it 4 times earlier today to get it. I'm going, what? And then I go, oh, no, I get it. Okay.
Okay.
Just
all
because,
right.
never mind. I was going to say, just because you're right doesn't mean I have to go left, meaning leave. But anyway, yeah, this one bugs me. Right. That's the biggest one. I could have written the poem. Wonder if he'd ever clarify, but he probably won't. He would have clarified by now if he was going to. Maybe a February. Somebody can ask him. He'd love that, I'm sure. Yeah, okay. I mean, I think that's kind of the basics, right? Was there any
Yeah,
other
there's-
big one that's a
yeah,
contradiction? Oh,
hold
there
on,
is? Okay. All
more.
right.
Wait, you're scrolling past. Go back up.
Okay.
Go back down now. Okay.
right.
I don't think that one's just commenting on that one. Keep going down. We have a couple pages here.
Best to have them wait in the car. He is not using car in the common sense of the word. A car is also a type of mountain wetland like a fen. Class dismissed. Okay, Sheriff Billy. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, everybody knows.
I'm not a religious person, but I'm probably the most spiritual person you would ever know. Well, a lot of people separate religion from spirituality. So I don't think that's really a contradiction. I think it means he doesn't go to church. He's not religious in that aspect of his life. But
He's donated to the churches. I followed some of his donations. I know he's donated.
okay. Okay, interesting.
But yep. Okay, keep going.
Oh, here's one. If I told you where the home of Brown is, then you would go straight to it. Now, a lot of people have emailed me and been like, I know where the home of Brown is. And it's like, but you don't know if you have the right home of Brown. That's where the Warm Waters Halt comes in, I think. Yeah. I don't know if that's a... Yeah, he says that. Well, if you knew where the home of Brown is, you could go straight to it, but I don't think it's that easy.
Well, but let's take a step back. He said, like, once you solve the first... There's one on here. Once you solve the first couple, they get easier. But somebody's been to the first couple and they didn't find it, so isn't it easier? So what's up with that?
Yeah, that is one. That's right. That they get progressively easier, and it's like, what? Yeah, apparently not.
Oh, okay. Denise Baker is saying, just a wild guess, but maybe the person with you disagrees. But where the treasure is, you should leave them in the car.
So leave them in the car. I don't know if they'd be with you on the trip to begin with, but maybe, if you disagree on where to go.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and this was about the date issue that we talked about.
Yeah.
And then this is the cancer thing. Let's go to page 2. Link, evidence. Oh, they were saying, who saw the chest in 2003? Douglas Preston. I think there might have been some other people, but I don't know off the top of my head who would have said they saw it in his vault. Like a Suzanne Summers or somebody else that visited him. I don't know, though. Yeah. I don't know that. I haven't been
able to. If you have a specific quote, put it on, register on Thor. If you're not registered, post it on there. Email me with it, and I'll post it on Thor, and we'll talk about it next time as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay, this is from Zapster. I'm pretty sure Doug Preston saw the chest after 2003. We know he first saw it in the early 1990s because of the Once Upon a While foreword. Doug describes an unfolding of events chronologically in the foreword, mentioning his novel The Codex on the middle of the page. That book didn't come out until December 8th, 2003. He follows up with a mention of that novel with the following: as the years went by, I visited Forrest many times and saw the treasure in his vault. He often took things out and put other things in. He removed the currency, fearing it might rot, and he swapped out some of the gems for more gold coins and ancient Chinese jade faces. And then, finally, one lovely summer day in August 2010, I think this is where people get August, I visited him and he brought me into the vault and that chest was gone. I finally hid it, he said. So that, if you believe Douglas Preston, which why wouldn't we, that means at least by August 2010, it was gone. It was hidden.
Why wouldn't we believe Douglas Preston? I love him to pieces because he has used the exact same quote and put 2 different parking lot locations. And he says there is a reason he has done that and he won't say why. That's why he's in cahoots.
And the 2 parking lot questions, right? That's another. That's not really a contradiction. It's just more of why is there 2 different parking.
That is the definition of contradiction.
Well, all right. I guess.
Just saying. Maybe you have to park illegally, and that's why someone waits in the car. Ooh, maybe.
Yeah, the car running so you can peel out of there. When whoever owns the land is coming after you with a shotgun, you can jump in the back seat and get the heck out of there.
And you think of that redneck with.
Yeah, right. All right. Well, the redneck's truck is going to stall. You're not going anywhere until you push it. But anyway, they get progressively easier after that.
Yeah,
right. That one is easier for Forrest. I don't know about easier for the rest of us.
All right. Well, and after conducting some hunts now and creating some treasure hunts, things that I thought, oh, they'll get like that. No, you guys didn't. And the stuff that I thought was super hard, you guys got really quickly. So it is amazing how different it is from this side than it is. Yeah. I'm glad I've developed a couple now that I've seen that kind of happen. So that's kind of cool. So.
And then there's some discussion between Hint of Riches people, forum members. But I think that's about it, right?
Yep, that is.
Interesting. So, I think the chest is still there. I think if we figure out the 9 clues, we can find it. And maybe when it's all over, Forrest Fenn will clarify on what he meant by the... When did he hide it, and when did he write the poem?
Once the treasure chest is found, I'm sure Forrest is going to go over all of his contradictions. And I just think it'd be interesting to see if there is an actual hint in any of them. Just like TTOTC, I think that's when it'll become clear what was an actual hint, what wasn't a hint. I don't know.
All right. Yeah, I got you. You're right. Did the illustrations have anything in them? I think it'll be a lot simpler, and I don't mean simple by a simple explanation, but it's just There's like one or two things in the book, and that was all that pertained to the clues type thing. So, all right, questions, anybody? We got any questions from the chat?
Yeah, we have a couple things to announce after we talk.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's already 40 minutes after. So back here, well, when it's elongated. When is a square a diamond? When it's elongated. Oh, we're doing Priddle Mondays over here. So
Yeah. And I do have to say, shout out to AJ and crew. Sassy must have gained 100 pounds in tonight's session with AJ because she was killing it. She had the most cookies, and I didn't get a one between her and Jason Dent and Alan and Silver Fox and everybody. It was like I couldn't even like read it before it was done. So, but it's all fun. Like AJ says, it's not about the cookies. It's all about the cookies. I'm sorry. It's all about the cookies. We're all competitive.
AJ wants to know what that answer is. So yeah, speaking of AJ Rainville's channel, he did get 100 subscribers for our little contest. So K-Pro has been nice enough to get everybody that was in that chat room, and she's going to draw a name for a non-numbered searcher coin.
Well, so you know what I did. First, I took the list of all the people, and there was lots of repeats, I was sure, but I went through the chat and I wrote down every single person that commented on that night. Then I typed it up and took out all the repeats. I think there was, I'm sorry, AJ. I said AJ, myself, and Mike are disqualified. So then that came up with a list of, I think it was 89 or 87 people who had made some sort of comment. So type that up. Then I use a paper cutter.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it was more than I thought it would be. And I came up with 89 different
Somebody's
people.
getting a coin.
Yeah, so I mean, you can see that there's lots of there's names on each one of these. I'll put these all back in. But they were alphabetical at a time, but Joel and just lots of people in here. So so this is as official as we're getting. I'll stand by proof that Douglas Preston or someone else said that they saw the chest in the vault after 2003, including FOIA info. Not saying it doesn't exist, but I want to see it. You know what? That's what we should be doing.
It's in an interview. That's all. You take him at his word or not. Yeah, Douglas Preston said it in an interview.
But we need to find it, is what we're saying. Okay, so there are 80.
Well, the interview exists. I've seen it. But yeah, it's on YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, so there are lots and lots and lots. So I'm just going to pick one.
So AJ, remember, when we pull this name, when K-Pro pulls this name, you need to verify that person is subscribed to your channel. Now, maybe you'll know offhand, or maybe you need to do it later and let us know.
Hopefully it's somebody who is like killing it with cookies tonight. So let's see.
All right, so here we go. Here non-numbered 2019 Forrest Fenn searcher coin. Oh, Mike Nodine. Hey, Mike. We know Mike. Congratulations, Mike. I don't know if he's in the room tonight, but AJ is Mike Nodine. He's got to be a subscriber. He's on the vlogs. I mean, the forums and the vlogs.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
So Mike, send me your address, which I should already have it, but send it to me anyway, and I will make sure you get that coin out to you.
Cool.
The other thing is one of
Dirk. I tried to explain, no matter what I do.
Drum roll, please. So Sassy's in the room, and I gotta say our proxy item was found for the 50 video. Remember, we had two different hunts going on, two different states. The one for the video entitled 50, that was found over the weekend. Sassy put the clues together. We know Sassy from the David Blaine hunt, and she had Hooley go to the search location and find it. And that's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Boom.
So where was it again?
Ladies.
Yeah, let me look it up. It was. I think people were making it a lot harder than what it was. Let me show.
Well, and I do have to say, somebody like right off emailed and said, and they actually emailed the location, and it was like, I'm just not close.
There were more than one. We're like, yeah, that's true. So maybe it wasn't that hard because they were like, I know where it is. I just don't know anybody to go get it. So. They were just letting us know that they know. But I'm going to show the video real quick just because it's real short and go over the clues real quick.
Yep.
So here it is. You're not going to be able to hear it, K-Pro, but here it is. So what do you hear in the beginning, guys? You hear a bird chirping, right? Which is a robin. That's the location. So we got a robin. So the word that's missing is hill. So we've got robin, hill.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
And then the moon landing. So it was that simple. Robin Hill Moon Park. That was it, right? Wasn't that
There
where it
it is.
was? Robin Hill
Yep.
Moon Park.
And
Let me
right
look it
there.
up. Make sure I got it right.
There. Yep.
It's a popular
Robin
location.
Hill Park.
Moon.
Robin Hill.
Yeah, Robin Hill Park. Okay, Robin, but it's part of the Moon Parks and recreation area apparently. And then the 50 in the beginning is the 50th, and this year is the 50th anniversary of the moon landing. So yeah, yeah, it was that easy. So we had a lot of people that knew where it was, but Hooli finally went and found it. So that one is over, and Sassy, I will be mailing your coin, which was for, I'm trying to remember the number. I don't know. I let you know what number it was. 43.
So
I think 43.
Has one too, and we hope there's no
she's got
lawsuits
two.
on this one. But she has two now. She is a multiple treasure hunting wizard. Whatever the female version of a wizard is.
But we still have a hunt out there for coin number 36, which is the lowest coin to date. And I'm not going to say who created this one, but I've mailed it to the mailing list. It's posted on the Hint of Riches. It's out there. I'm not going to show it, but if anybody wants it, email me and I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
So here's what I did. I had a little time over the weekend. I don't know if you guys can make this out. Let me try and not knock it over. So this is a map of the U.S., and what I did is I marked all the locations where silver coins have been found. So I know you can't see it because of the glare, but we've got a coin there, which was in Astoria, Oregon. We've got Las Vegas. We've got Duluth, Minnesota. We've got two that were in the Ohio area. The latest one, this Robin Hill Moon Park, was right here in Pennsylvania, down in Raleigh, North Carolina. And that's it. These are the 7 that have been found to date, and there's one waiting to be found. And we've got like 35 of these to do through the summer. So every time one's found, I'm going to put a dime on the map, and you'll be able to get an idea of where they're at.
And we'll work on lighting so it'll just pop.
Yeah, right.
And
pretty much.
But and some people have noted, like, oh, when are the middle states? You know, we've been traveling to the Rockies for a while, so we needed to represent over on the East Coast. So we'll start moving.
Up there. And
yeah.
then over there. And way over here. Yeah. All right. You guys get the idea.
Okay. Zapster, we actually put up a Thor thread that had a bunch of your quotes on it, so you just missed it. So make sure to hit replay.
Yeah.
He said he was late. Sorry. So yeah. So he or she, yes. I'm glad you're here. Okay. So we still have the design contest going on. There's been some cool ones. You can email us or you can throw it up on Thor. Either way. But it ends next week, Mike?
The design contest?
Yeah, I forgot which.
Yeah, next Thursday. A week from this Thursday, we will announce the winner. We'll show all the ones that we got, and we will announce the winner of the design contest. And they'll get a non-numbered 2019 coin. So yeah, email those designs to myself or K-Pro, and we're trying to keep it simple. K-Pro cow incorporated into a UFO type thing somehow, maybe with a cow, or come up with a brand new idea. But yeah, so we'll have a winner for that.
Yep. And then Function in the Junction. Shocking update right now. 6 o'clock on Friday, 6 o'clock on Saturday. We're meeting for dinners, and then we're doing drinks afterward. We were going to do a day trip. Only a couple people were interested in day trips on Saturday because they are out boots on the ground, or they just weren't interested in whichever we had decided. There wasn't enough interest in either. It looked like we had kind of a splintered group. So we're not going to do anything official. We'll all be in Yellowstone, and we'll talk once we all get there on Friday and chit chat about what we're doing. And Mike's going boots on the ground.
Boots on the ground. I'm going to try not to get lost.
You won't get. I've got you covered.
Are you going to wait in the car while I go search, like Forrest says?
You can wait in the car, and I will go get.
Oh, okay. I'll be asleep in the car. That's right.
We can go together. Yeah, I'll be the one running with the bear behind me. And somebody said, like, you're not going to really run from a bear. I am going to try. If I actually ever saw a bear, I mean, after I peed myself, because that would be so. I mean, I genuinely would be shocked. My instinct would be to run, and I know I shouldn't, so I will have to really think it through. I just hope it just never happens. There you go. Just won't happen.
Digital Treasure Map says, what bar are we meeting at?
I don't remember which day's which, but one day it's going to be at Bullwinkle's, which used to be the Totem Cafe. Forrest family owns it. And so that's one day.
Saturday night. That's Saturday night, I believe.
Night. And
Friday night,
I think it's the Branch, which is the Holiday Inn, is the location of the restaurant. It's a restaurant, and then there's a bar right next to it. So it's called the Branch. So it's the Branch, and then Bullwinkle's.
Yes, John. If you find the treasure chest tomorrow, give me a call for sure.
Yes,
And good luck if you are going to go. Good luck. Be careful out there, buddy.
Yeah, well, and John, I'm coming into town to play some poker, World Series of Poker. So maybe we can meet up and you can tell me your solve again because I've never heard of any pieces. What state are you in again? John is very passionate about his solve location.
Colorado.
And go get it
all
Go get it.
day.
I love it. I love it. So okay.
And what else we got going on?
Okay, that's function.
And on Thor, they can get the details, right? It's on Thor. It's posted on Thor. It's stickied at the top, junction and function. Yeah, you'll see the details.
Function and the junction. Somebody asked, what are we at? I think we're at right around 30 to 35 people. A lot bigger turnout than previous years. I don't know if everybody's going to make it. I know I told some people if we do any surprises, you have to be RSVP because we wanted to get a number. So maybe some people, kind of like World Series of Fenn, some people RSVP'd and didn't show up. So we're not going to hold you to it. I just wanted to get a ballpark number. So that's where we're at right now. What about that new treasure hunt going on, Mike? I know we're not supposed to show it, but
oh, the lamp with 4 keys, right?
Yeah. So here, let me show mine.
Yeah, don't show it. We've been told don't show it. So there's a puzzle out. It's called the lamp with 4 keys. This is an actual lamp that you get in the mail. It's crocheted with beads and things. I'm not sure yet how it's going to be a puzzle, but it should be interesting. You know what we always say is support people that do treasure hunts. So we bought one. K-Pro has one. I have one. Laura McKay, I hope I got the name right. She has on Etsy, she has a little marketplace called Chicken Jungle, and that's where you can order one. Or go onto Facebook and look up Chicken Jungle. If you want one, she has to release a starter puzzle, and she has not done that yet. So anybody is still eligible.
Tonight. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, it was tonight. No, I didn't know.
Yeah, probably as we're in here, she might have. Let me go back for a second. Jana asked about poker at the function in the junction. I was overruled. Since we have an annual poker tournament for Fenn and all treasure hunters, which is in Vegas in late January, I was overruled. I never can get too much poker. I love playing poker. But I threw it out as an original idea, and everyone said no.
Yeah.
Or almost everybody. So we decided not to have. Maybe we'll bring some chips. I don't know. We can always make something informal. But
I think maybe the thought was you're in Yellowstone. You're supposed to be out there at Yellowstone doing stuff, not inside playing poker. So I don't know if that's the thought or not, but it sounds like we won't be doing that.
Yeah, right. So we'll have enough talk, and we're going to do either some trivia or something. Forrest has donated. I don't have it in hand yet, and I don't say what it is until I have it in hand. And so once I have it in hand, he has a couple little things that he wanted to give, kind of like what he's doing for Fenn. He just wants to make sure that everybody feels the love. And I don't know what we're going to do. Trivia went so poorly when we did it here. I don't know if it'll be trivia. I don't know if we'll do a drawing. I don't know. We'll do something, but it'll just be fun and informal and nothing too serious. So, but thank you, Forrest, if you're watching. Thank you. Okay, so we talked about the lamp. Did you want to talk about
Chicken Jungle on Facebook. It'll come right up and you can order one if you so choose. What's that?
Did you want to talk about the Forrest Fenn Marathon?
Oh, yeah. So I had this crazy idea. Apparently it's been done by other YouTubers, but this Saturday is the Forrest Fenn Marathon. We're going to do it. Me and K-Pro are going to go live this Saturday at noon Pacific time. That's 3 p.m. Eastern. And we are just going to broadcast until we feel like stopping. That means no show Thursday. We're going to skip Thursday night, and we're going to go live Saturday at noon Pacific time, and we're going to go for 9 hours. That's the goal, is just to go 9 hours. Think of a live chat that's up for 9 hours. And you guys can come in and go out, do what you do on Saturday, and come back. And we're going to send an invite out to most of the YouTubers and see who wants to come on and just talk, and just kind of have an informal discussion about the Forrest Fenn treasure hunt.
And there might be times that we throw something out and we have a little contest in the middle. So
the last
year that did this, I had a great time. I was in like more than half of it or 3/4 of it. It was fun. Let me go back real quick because questions are coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Jana, Minnesota says the boys are scared, K-Pro, about poker. I agree because I will say Mike's a better cash player. I believe I'm a better tournament player than Mike is.
That's true. We're going to find out at the end of the month.
Yeah. So, when $1 million, I could win $1 million. What if I won $1 million in poker?
Wouldn't that be something? Man.
That would be awesome. get a group shot at Dal's cache. Did you know that he has a geocache out there that has a bunch of little
Yeah,
items
we
in
talked
it?
about it. So yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely gonna. I think I may put a coin in it. We'll see. We'll see.
Wouldn't that be cool? Because then the next person that comes, because it's like give one, take one, like a penny, right?
I
You're
think
supposed
so. Yeah, I think
to-
so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be cool if you arrived there and you found a coin? Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah, that'd be
Um,
awesome.
Good luck on Saturday. Do you think a live TV show like National Geographic of the first opening of the inventory of the chests would be for millions to view around the world?
I don't know about millions. Definitely be if somebody finds the chest. I definitely hope they show it on live TV in some way. Sure, but I don't know about
Yeah.
millions of people, millions of viewers. But
Sledneck is saying, yes, Mike put a coin in it. I think he lives up there. He's going
right.
every day, no problem.
You know what we should do is put clues in it to find a coin in Yellowstone somewhere.
Well, there's
Cipher, a
definitely-
coded cipher.
There's definitely going to be, we're bringing some of the proxy items. There's going to be
Yeah, for sure.
definitely some there.
You guys see there's a whole blank area here in the search states that don't have a coin yet, not one of our coins, so we're going to be hiding some this summer for sure. We're not going to hide them now. It's still snow out. You're not supposed to be going out yet. I know some people do, but we want to wait till it's like summertime for people to get up there.
Yeah, I think it was Totally Not Mitzi said, like, will this winter never end? This is the hard part.
Right.
The winter's finally going to end, and then it's going to be so warm that the water runoff
The
is gonna
runoff, yeah.
be huge. So I'm worried either way. So we had a great season last year because we didn't have any deaths. So let's try to keep that, just be extra safe.
Solito says, was there a Cowlazars before the Forrest Fenn treasure? There was not a Cowlazars before the Forrest Fenn treasure. There was MDC777. That's the forum handle that I used to go by. But Cowlazars was born as a result of this Forrest Fenn treasure. So here we are.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, and I think the most brilliant logo. It's just so simple and it's caught on, and yeah.
The coffee cups are available for sale. Cowlazars.com. Like
I
we
know,
say,
that's
support
awesome.
people that do treasure hunts.
Yeah.
Wink. So,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't going to mention it, but I will. We got some things on eBay. Let me show real quick.
Oh, let me show. Well,
Yeah, go ahead.
you go ahead.
No, go
I
ahead.
have some for the. Well, okay.
What?
So we have mentioned that, and Mike, Mike, if you could cover your ears or just mute me, that would be good right now
Go
because
ahead.
I'm going to do something that you're not going to like. So some people were asking me like, oh, Mike's birthday's coming up. They could all send little things, but then I'm going to probably be seeing him around his birthday. And so some people have started sending me stuff. And I think it would be cool if you have something really little or even just a note that you want to send Mike for his birthday. His birthday's in July. Here's one that I got.
Oh, that's cool.
Cute.
Cowtails
that is
minis.
the only one that I am going to show.
That's
So
cool.
if you want to send me a little something, I'll put my email and just shoot me an email. And I think it'd be fun to have a bunch of little things that we could give Cow and his cowlings, the little ones.
Yeah, the two boys. Yeah, they'll help me open it, and I'll put it in the vlog, whatever you guys
so it
send.
could be a little birthday package. I think that would be fun. So anyway, when I got this, I thought I'm going to mention it. There's no way to keep it secret from Mike, and so we're just going to have to let him know, but he won't know what's inside. So I have a couple things planned, but this is the beginning. What?
As long as it's nothing crazy.
Oh no, you don't
people
get
try
it
and get me through the mail. You can't get me through the mail because I just won't show it in the vlog. That's all.
Maybe you won't have a choice. Maybe I will be there and I will be vlogging it, and you won't have a choice.
Yes, Sassy, send me your address and I will get you your coin in the mail sometime this week for
don't
sure.
put it here. Don't
Put it here. But everybody's wondering, my birthday is July 7th, and I'm going to be 49. So, yeah, if you want to send something, send it to K-Pro or send it to me, and I'll open it up in a vlog.
No, don't send it to Mike. Send it to me.
You want to go put everything in one
I want
box?
to put everything in one box.
Okay, all right,
No, but
that
you can
works.
say if it's something bigger. But I think I like all the little. It takes a village. I like all the little things that make a big thing because
That's true.
Little things, they're like, oh, like these are candy something or others. I mean, they're gonna love.
Right? Yeah, that's
little
true.
candy stuff.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
I like the cow theme. Anyway,
Yeah,
I think it'll be fun.
it's fun. Okay.
Okay, and what do you have on eBay?
I was just going to show in general there's some things on eBay. So, real quick, right here there's a 3-book bundle with the coin, starting bid $99. Copper Dan has one of the framed benchmark maps for starting bid $200. Copper Dan has his Canyon Down piece for $110. Buy it now. So if you have the Warm Waters Halt piece, hey, there's a birthday idea. I need the Canyon Down piece. There you go. Anybody?
please check with me before you even consider that.
I got 8 of them. Yeah.
Yes, and there's only one number that matters. So check with me before you even think about that.
So you guys know about the Forrest Fenn topographic map collection that me and K-Pro purchased off of eBay. All the Utah maps are gone, surprisingly. The Utah maps were a big seller. And there's only 2 maps left of Colorado. Crestone Peak. There are 2 copies of Crestone Peak. It's a 1967 topo map. So I put it out here for $9.99. If anybody wants that, you get the certificate of authenticity that Forrest wrote up or signed for his collection off of eBay. And then his compass story is back there too. So that's up there. And I see Chris Jones' treasure chest is there for buy it now, I think. Let's see.
Oh, it's a buy it now option.
$29.50. So yeah, now they're under $3,000.
Under
so
$3,000. That's interesting. I thought.
yeah. So that's it. I just wanted to. We at the end of the show, we show a lot of the stuff. A lot of people are selling the books. All that kind of fun
Yeah, and
stuff.
Tony Driver makes a point about Copper Dam makes quality stuff. I bought a map with a frame. I think the hardest thing about Copper Dam's art is, though it looks really nice here, it is nothing like you will see in person. In person, it is just shockingly breathtaking for me.
Yeah.
And so that is actually the hardest part. He brought this is the one that was in the Jamie drawing, and it was incredible. I mean, so I think that's the hardest thing about him selling his art is you really can't see how beautiful it is unless you are in person.
And
so
he said, put it in the sun, and you'll really see how it lights up when it reflects off of that copper. Yeah, he was like, put it out in the sun. So almost like a dream catcher or something. You could hang it on your back porch. Yeah. Sledneck says, did we ever burn a map for that super chat that we got? We did not. No, we've never burned a map, but maybe I'll.
That we got the super chat.
I know there was discussions around it. I just don't remember getting a super chat.
I remember everybody being upset at me. Oh, I'm coming out soon, and so I think you wait till I get there.
Well, no, I was just going to say in Yellowstone. I'll bring a couple maps up to Yellowstone. Maybe we do it with everybody.
And Sled will know the rules and the laws to make sure we don't. Maybe we do it at Ojo. Can we do it at Ojo Caliente? Maybe we do a little day trip out to Ojo Caliente.
Oh yeah, we'll figure it out. Maybe we put a topo map in Dale's geocache for somebody to find.
Ooh,
yeah, something. There's some ideas there.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's a couple things. We will have. I guarantee it will be a lot of fun. And Fenbury as well. It sounds like lots of people are going. There's lots of fun stuff happening there. Cynthia is organizing, I think, 2 different events. Mm-hmm. Somebody else now is taking over the pancake feed on Sunday morning. It's turning into a whole weekend of fun. Forrest has said, Forrest has said, barring health issues, he's going to be there, and he's super excited.
At Fenbury?
Yeah. So try to make one. Try to make one if you can. And somebody asked if the treasure chest is found, are you still going to have these events? Yes, because I can tell you, I'm going to spend at least 2 days boots on the ground, but I'm going to be there at least for 4. So there's going to be a couple days of just Yellowstone. If it gets found, hopefully we all know, and we've got to get together afterwards I hope that there is a party about the coming out party about where it was found and all that, but you never know.
Yeah. So I was trying to show. I got Copper Dan's frame that I asked him to make for me. It's behind this, but this is so big, I'm gonna end up destroying something. So I'll show it in the next vlog. I'll get rid of this map and show you the actual.
You need just a treasure hunting room.
I need the Cowlazars Command Center and then a big room with shelves, and it'll be one of these days. One of these years, it'll be pretty
You have
sweet.
A vision, don't you?
That's right. We're going to put a big Cowlazars logo on the wall. It's going to be painted on the wall. I can see it. Maybe our new logo, whatever the new logo of the design contest is.
There's some good. There's one that I like in particular. It's not like it, but it's like the idea. I like the idea.
Yeah. And we're probably going to modify the logo of whoever wins, but just understand that we're going to change it to the way we want it to look, but we're looking for ideas.
Yeah, and there's some reasons that we're changing certain things that you will know about later, because there's some big things. Things coming.
If we can make them happen, which we will, it should be pretty fun. And pretty huge. Huge.
Yeah. Huge. Okay. So what is the best to drink tequila at the gathering? Is that a rule? What? Mike's more of a rum.
I don't know much about tequila as far as types and all that. The agave and this and that. And the other thing. It'll put me under the table in a second. What's that?
Yeah, with one of them.
Yeah.
Do you remember at the Santa Fe event, you drank something? You're like, that tastes like a gingerbread house. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was. We did shots, and there was like, try this, and I don't remember what
Yeah,
it was, but
Nelica.
yeah,
She kept ordering shot rounds
tasted
and
like potpourri in a cup, is what it tasted like. So the
yeah.
Di Serono here in Vegas, that wasn't too bad. Di Serono on the rocks was okay.
Ah, do you
Yeah,
see what
I
my
see
next
that.
comment? I
Yeah.
like that. It's kind of true.
Mm,
So, yeah.
don't do it. Next day at high altitude is not nice. So don't get drunk in Yellowstone. Don't get a hangover. Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, no, you just don't have to drink as much. It's kind of like drinking on a
Oh,
plane. If I have like a half a drink on a plane, it's the best thing in the world. If I get on a 6-hour flight,
yeah.
I take a half a drink and then I wake up on the other side. Normally I can drink more than one. I know this is shocking news.
Yeah.
Usually I can drink more than one, but on a plane, I can't even get through one drink and I'm out because the altitude just
Right.
messes you up. Even with I would think the compression of the being on the plane. But did you
Right.
hear what happened today? There was a plane going to New York and like 20-year-old woman got freaked out or something happened and she tried to open the door
No, I didn't hear
in the
that.
middle of flight.
That's like a Twilight Zone episode. No, I did not hear about that. But I hear it's pressurized. You can't open that door because the
You
cabin's
can't open it.
pressurized. Yeah. But still,
Her
it'd be
dad was going,
scary to
oh,
watch
if you see
somebody do
somebody
it.
going, I want out, I mean, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Where's she going? Where she thinks she's going?
well, but
That's
that's
smart.
crazy enough. It's like there's a 7%er on the plane. Like I would have issues with
Right.
that. So
Mo-
I didn't see, yeah.
Evelyn Curie says mojitos for everyone. I like a good mojito.
I love mojitos. No sugar is the lowest calorie drink there is. That is the
Oh,
only thing I drank for almost a year and a half to get the
really?
weight.
Okay. I
Yep.
don't know about no sugar, but
William, what is the RSVP number right now for the function? I believe it's over 30, under 35. So 30.
Ooh.
Some people have said they're bringing someone. Someone has said it's still up in the air. We have a couple of Minnesotans that RSVP'd and now have RSVP'd. So I think we're between 30 and 35 right now. If anybody does want to email me, I do have up-to-date information. The dude is now sold out. Holiday Inn still has.
Oh, we're filling it up.
Yeah, so KOA still has some rooms, a couple different places. I will tell you, I booked my SUV today, and several of the rental companies are already sold out. So I got mine from Hertz. So that Hertz was the one that still had it available, but it was like an hour before the show. So if you're going into
Hmm.
Bozeman and you need a car, make sure you book soon as well because things are booking up. So
30 of us at a bar in West Yellowstone talking about Forrest Fenn's treasure hunt. That should be interesting.
yeah,
I
they'll be about. I think they'll be about, well, let's see, 40% that'll be talking only about the hunt, 40% that'll just want to get to know people and where you're from and how'd you get into this,
yeah, right.
20% that are completely silent. Like AJ, I didn't know if he was like super sleuth, serious, trying to.
I thought you were going to say stalker.
No,
We
no,
met
no
him at the World
stalker.
Series of Fenn. He's a nice
No
guy.
stalkers allowed. No, well, I did rethink. I had everyone up in we had everyone up in the room, and I was thinking, was that a smart thing to do to have 25 searchers that you'd never met
You
up
never
in
know.
the suite?
Yeah, probably not, but hey.
Yeah, but we all survived. We all lived to tell the tale.
Can't we all just get along? Yes, we did. For
We
the World
did.
Series of Fenn, everybody got along.
For the most part, there was
Yeah.
one ornery person, and I already apologized.
Right. Yeah, things happen. So, all
But
right.
next World Series of Fenn is going to be even bigger and better because I think we have a few more things that are. So this will be our last event for this year, and then the next event will be the World Series of Fenn. We've already talked to the casino. We're reserving dates and times and all of that. So, but it won't just be the poker tournament. There is lots of stuff that'll happen.
Yeah, we're going to do other things. Yeah, we have some big ideas we're hoping to make happen. So it'll really be fun for people to show up. Even if you don't play in the poker tournament, there'll be other things happening. But I was just thinking for Yellowstone, if anybody is camping, wouldn't it be cool to do a campfire? Like, I know we're going to do dinner and drinks at the bar or the restaurant, but wouldn't it be cool to have like a campfire one night somewhere? But I don't know where that happens at. Can't do that inside Yellowstone, can you? And can you be in
No.
Yellowstone at night, or do they shut it down? Where you're like, everybody out. It's getting, like, are there park hours to where it's closed at like 9 p.m. or something? I don't know. I've never been there.
No,
So.
so for your fire question in Yellowstone, no fire, no
Right,
fire.
and that's what I thought. Yeah.
But there's several staying at the KOA campground. I wonder if you
Yeah,
can.
if we could do a little
me check
weenie
in.
roast or something. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
an idea.
Let's check in. Cynthia would definitely know that. She is
Yeah,
the
okay.
camper extraordinaire. She will be be there. I believe she's getting there Thursday. Mike, you're getting there Thursday.
Yep.
She's staying till Monday. I'm only staying till Sunday, but I am getting in early.
Right.
So I'll get
So
in
yeah, if we could all after dinner one night, we just all go to a campfire. We just all migrate to somewhere. That'd be fun.
Yes. So we will see. We will
Yeah.
start, but right now, so
It's the Fenn Blaze. Nice one. Yeah.
the only official things are going to be the dinners and drinks
Yeah.
afterwards.
Right.
We'll
Right.
get lots of other stuff going. Once you get there, I'll switch. If you want to give me your phone number, we can text. I'll do a group text as well. So we'll see.
They have campgrounds in the park, but you have to RSVP ASAP. So I figure somebody will just be camping instead of a hotel. So maybe there's a fire pit we could do something with or something. At the Fenbury, any chance?
Have a 0 alcohol event until after a certain time. Jingo Bingo we have nothing to do with Fenbury, but
Zero alcohol event.
From what I understand, there is a family event that has children.
Yeah.
And even a children's little scavenger hunt. And
Yeah.
I have heard in previous years, I don't know who's planning it this year, but in previous years, if you know Sasha Johnston, she did some in previous years, and I heard they were phenomenal.
Like a treasure hunt, yeah.
And she
for
gets
kids.
like you have to be that. Now I don't know if there's any. I've heard. Now I have not been to one. I have heard that it kind of is PG and just kind of fun with a couple drinks. For the most part, and then once the evening goes into like after midnight mode is the people that are more of the hardcore maybe would stay up a little bit later and maybe have a couple drinks and a couple more drinks and a couple more drinks. So I don't think it's, and then the groups kind of part as well. They kind of, because they get around different campfires, and so there's kind of the rowdy bunch, the not as rowdy bunch, and then the ones that turn in early bunch, and then those with kids and family. And so I think everybody kind of mingles with their type of crowd. And then there's some that mingle with everybody, like a Jamie. She is a mom, and she is, she just is adored by everybody. So she'll kind of mix and mingle with everybody. But that's how I understand it. But you could ask that question to Jamie. She's doing a great job of organizing, and a bunch of different events and a bunch of different people coming in. So there you have it.
Mm-hmm. But as far as function in the junction, no, there's going to be alcohol involved.
Yeah, well, the dinner is going to be more kind of informal dinner and not a lot of drinks. I mean, there'll probably be drinks at the table, but it's not going to be like shots and all that. There will be a bar. There's a bar at the Bullwinkles and across from the dinner place, and then at Branch as well. There's actually a casino. I'd like to see what a casino looks like in Yellowstone at Branch as well. So there is drinks afterwards, but that's going to be like way afterwards, and that's for the ones that I rarely get away from my I rarely have a break from my kiddos. I'm going to have a couple day break from my kiddos, so I will maybe be having one.
But if there's Wi-Fi, I could try and do a live stream from the bar. I just have no idea what reception is and all that stuff up there.
Awful.
Yeah. But Tony Driver says, if you're going to Yellowstone, you should camp. Like, why are you in a hotel room? Easy there, Tony. Just getting me up to Yellowstone is step number one. And then maybe at another trip, it'll be a camping expedition. This is just to go check out the park. I just want to step foot in the park and go boots on the ground. I had one. That's it. Right? Ojo caliente. I'm going to jump in that water. That's not the one that's boiling hot, is it? Oh, no, it's where warm waters halt. I forgot.
Mike, you have told me, let me deal with
you
just, you know what? All you need to do is show up. We got a boots on. Well, we do have to talk about the Solve Day, but the Yellowstone excursion, I got you covered. You just show up.
I just got to get all my gear. That's all. My boots for boots on the ground and backpack and all that fun stuff. So we'll work it out. Glamping. That's right. Gorgeous camping. That's going to be us. That's funny.
Yeah. Well, I'm traveling from so far out. Otherwise, I was planning on getting an RV and driving, but that didn't work out this year because I decided to play in the World Series of Poker, which I haven't told y'all I'm excited about. So that's going to be my big thing, my bucket list this year. I've not played in the World Series of Poker before, and I'm playing in one of their.
That should be fun.
Yeah, and we're gonna. Oh gosh, $1 million. Well, even if it's not $1 million, if you make it past the first day in the event that we're playing in, you get cash.
Right.
So my goal is to cash at some level. That's my goal.
Poker is just another treasure hunt. You're just trying to get money. You're trying to get something. You know what I mean? It's cards. It's different rules, but it's just like a treasure hunt. You're trying to be the one to win first. So, yeah, it
Yep.
should be interesting.
Yep.
Don't go overboard
Uh,
on the things to
That's the
bring.
biggest thing.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. I packed so much stuff. You would have thought in my boots on the ground pack, I would have been out for 2 months. Like I can tell you, for especially the pack that we'll pack out with, I got you covered. I'm coming. You know what? Let's do a blog on that. Especially there's so many people that are asking me, like, this is my first year in the hunt. Where do I go for resources? Maybe we do that on Friday or on Saturday. We do
Oh yeah,
one
we'll
of the
definitely have
sessions
time.
is on. Okay, this is pack light. And definitely bring extra socks because you need dry feet.
Yeah.
Good pair. There's like 5 or 6 good things, but don't overpack. I overpacked. I think my first 3 or 4. I finally clued in 5 or 6. So, and you have an awesome search partner that's going to help you.
That's right. And William, we just said no poker at the junction. William just asked what we talked about 5 minutes
No,
ago.
he came in. No, but he came in late.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we figure most
So.
people are going to want to not play poker. So
I will have cards and maybe chips with me. I'm just.
That's right, Mark Connor. I got a better chance at poker than finding the chest. All right.
Yeah, but that's the funny part is, so do you, whoever just said that.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
right?
We're all
Like,
in the same
I know.
place. Yeah.
No, but some people realize it and some people don't. No, but someone's going to prove me wrong, and I think it's awesome if they do.
Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody will show up with the treasure chest at the function. Yeah, we'll see. Wouldn't that be something?
We've had at least 5, I want to say 7 people that have said, would you live stream if I brought you the treasure chest? Of
course.
The answer is yes, but be smarter than that. That there is some cash there to be had, so I would not do that. But hey, you be you. If you want to, we will definitely be there. Cynthia will be there, so it's strip poker is what Bill Gorman says. I don't know if she has clued into that. I don't think it takes poker. Everybody saw her birthday picture, so.
And I don't want any jokes about my birthday, because that's not going to happen. There is a bathtub picture floating around there somewhere.
Oh, goodness, Mike.
But that's going to be it.
The best video of all time is your after your operation video. And
that's right. Probiotics. It's all about probiotics, everybody.
Cringe worthy.
It's out there.
So, yeah. I heard it costs more there. Jana, what you talking about? Playing cards. Okay. Well, so you'll hear more and more updates. $30 to $40. What are we talking about? What costs more?
Bear spray, I think they're talking about.
Oh.
Let's hope.
And I have put
unless bear spray's a code word for something else.
I bought mine in Bozeman. I think I paid. It was at the Walmart. Cynthia has good info on what to pack. Yeah, she has a really good video on that as well. So, yeah. So, yeah. Bear Neck, come on. Yeah. So, okay, that's all things. So, no, maybe we'll do a little session on function in the junction and on Saturday as well. We're gonna have plenty of time.
We're gonna talk about so the 9-hour marathon is Saturday, everybody. If you want to be invited to be on YouTube with us, email me. There is a list I'm going to send out to everybody. And if you get that and just be like, yeah, I think I can come on at 4 p.m. or I think I can come on at 2 p.m. We're just going to keep it loose. We're going to try and go through the 9 clues, but we thought of like doing an agenda. Let's just have fun with it and we'll just talk.
Yeah, but I think there should be some, like, what if everybody checked in? Like every hour.
Well, yeah, we're not.
For all 9. I have some ideas.
We're not going to do that. All right, so it'll be on Hint of Riches. If what? If you what? What? If you have ideas, let's hear them.
Oh, I thought you meant like, you'll do it. Like,
no. We're just going live, and we'll see what happens. William says, "Sign me up." You're saying you're going to come on the panel, William, this Saturday?
Oh,
all right, I'll send you an invite.
Okay. So how bear spray now has become a naughty word is a really interesting thing to me. So 9-hour marathon in Yellowstone, I can tell you, no, that won't be happening because I can already tell you, I'm having a hard time. Basically, I get my 2 full days to go and explore outside of boots on the ground. Do you know how hard it is to figure out? It's like, okay, do we go over to Cody or do we go to Grand Canyon of Yellowstone? Do we go to Firehole? Do we go down to Prismatic Springs? Do we go to, there's so many things. And there's some things that I've already been to that I don't want to go to again, but then I want him to be able to see. So I am the masterful scheduler. So
I'm getting in a hot spring. That's all I know. That's on the bucket list. I got to go into a hot spring in Yellowstone. So Sassy said she's in for Saturday, so maybe we can talk about ciphers. We'll see.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
Copper Dan's
Okay.
back in the house. So Dan, you need to go through the whole chat and time some people out, okay?
Yes, definitely. Things got a little crazy there for a minute. Okay. So yes, there's a lot to see.
Oh, Devil's Tower, awesome. From Close Encounters of the Third Kind. That's cool. I have the T-shirt. You guys remember the T-shirt somebody sent me?
Oh, Davio's in too for some.
Oh yeah, you guys, you'll all get the invite. Mostly email me if it's somebody who's maybe never been on YouTube before, or just somebody's like, yeah, I want to come on. Then email me.
You're not going to just send the invite out at the beginning of the night.
No.
I mean, we're going to have designated times.
Yeah, you need to let me know what time you want to come on. Yeah, that way I have an idea. It's just not going to be a blanket invite to everybody because we don't want 12 people on here because we're all going to talk over each other. So I got to time it out, and yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll see how this goes.
Mike's a little bit more of a
hopefully not horribly wrong
kind of guy, and I'm more of a let's have an agenda for each 30 minutes. So it'll be somewhere in between.
Probably. I figured 9 hours, 1 hour for each of the 9 clues. First hour, I'll be trying to figure out what are the 9 clues. But the first hour, Warm Waters Halt. Second hour is Canyon Down, and then it's freestyle. We go in whatever direction we want it to go to.
Yeah, because I think there's some interesting conversations that people want to veer off to. And like AJ, I'd like to have AJ on, and maybe he does some riddles, and whoever gets the most cookies, we have some.
The wordplay with the poem. I like that idea. Yes, Sassy, it is Zoom. It is Zoom. You'd get a Zoom invite. Yep, to join.
Yeah, and then maybe we see how many. I think AGK holds the. AGK might want to do the FOIA one. Let's talk to them about
talk about the FOIA on Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Like the process, and so you said tonight there are 2 different searchers that actually have the FOIA. Did I hear that right?
That is what I understand. Yes.
But they have not said what was contained in the FOIA. In other words, we don't know pictures. We don't know what it was. We don't know.
Right. The information I have is so. We can talk about it more on Saturday, but there's something called a redaction process that if it is anything personal that would violate anything in a person's life, they can, if you think about like in the government where they have the big black lines that ink it out.
That is redacted, yeah.
That is redacted then. So there was some redactions, and because then it is not personal and it's not confidential. It is a part of and there's a reason for that. And we would go into all that. So there was a redaction process. And from what I understand, 2 different searchers have it. And one of them said they're going to be sharing it, and then they deleted it on Facebook. And they also announced yesterday that the treasure chest was found and then deleted it. So I don't know if it's that person or not. But I've had enough conversations that,
we may talk about that on Saturday. We may give a clue to the coin hunt that nobody has solved yet. I think Saturday would be a good day.
The hardest one. If you crack it, that means you can get into this head, and that makes you a little crazy.
Uh-oh. All right.
Yeah, and I don't want to give hints. I want to see how long this one can go. Yeah. Some people have hinted at some things, and they're starting to figure out pieces and parts of it, but you're going to need, there's like 3 or 4 key things that you need. And once you have that, then it's simple. But
coin 36, the lowest one so far. Lowest one. Maybe Saturday you could give the state. I don't know. It's up to you. I'm just throwing ideas out there.
We'll see.
Up to you. We'll see.
All
right.
So, but definitely go and check it out because it is, I think it's the longest standing one so far, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It's been a week, right? It's been a week. Yeah. So, all right.
There you have it.
Okay. All right, everybody. So remember, no show Thursday, but that's because we're going live Saturday. So join in with the Forrest Fenn Marathon.
Can I ask on behalf of Holly, will you put out like a semi-schedule of just kind of general ideas, like new searchers come in at 2? So we're not hard and fast in any rules, but I agree with Holly. I like a little bit of a...
Okay. So the Grand Adventure on Facebook will have the agenda, loose agenda, and on Hint of Riches, we will post it as well. On Thor, yeah, of course. Yes, Sassy, you are not precluded or prevented from finding all the coins. So, yeah, we did not make the 1 per household rule. So that we have, 35 coins still to do all summer. So, for sure.
And for sale, silver coin number 3.
Who's put that?
Copper Dan.
Is that on eBay, Dan? I was looking at eBay, so. All right. Well, that's interesting. You might want to contact K-Pro if silver coin number 3 is for sale.
Oh,
we'll see. All right. Okay. All right, everybody.
Lots of things to be had.
Thanks for tuning in. Thumbs the video up. and subscribe. Oh, and I want to say thank you because we hit 2,500 subscribers over the
I
weekend.
know. How did that happen?
Yeah,
My
so out of the billions that watch YouTube, we got 2,500 that hit subscribe, not the thumbs up, but that hit subscribe. So, yeah, thanks for everybody. That's pretty cool. We're on our way to 1 million. Okay.
It's far from
Yeah, we're getting there. It only took 2.5 years to get to 2,500, but I bet we get to 5,000 a lot quicker because now K-Pro is part of the mix. So I think that helps.
yeah.
I know that helps.
You had at least 100 unsubscribed just based on that.
Nah, probably 1 or 2. All right, everybody. We're going to play our outro song because people love it so much. It's funny how they email us and say, I got that song stuck in my head.
Yeah.
How about the edition comparison you were talking about? Hey, that's a future video, right?
Yeah, well, it's maybe Saturday. So if I can get
Yeah.
it together, I don't have edition 1 and I need to get some info to the edition 1. I know 2 people that have it. And so they were going to do, and I just haven't gotten it to them of where I've seen the differences. So I really want to do I have 1, 4, 6, 9, and 10, or 1 I have access to. So
All
play
right.
it. No.
Here we go. See everybody. We'll see you Saturday at noon.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They wanna find the treasure, they wanna find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
You know what we need to do is have a contest between the K-Pro Powwow song and the original Cowlazars song, which I'm going to play right now.
Cowlazars.
What do you mean a contest? Who likes which more?
Yeah.
Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Come on, let's have some adventures. We'll spend days, we'll spend weeks, we'll spend months working our way through treasure hunts. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Mike drinks coffee a ton, feel free to send him some. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Watch Mike once, you'll want to watch him again. James Frey once called him to talk Forrest Fenn. Cowlazars, Cowlazars, you cannot go wrong. You could even say bovine photons. Now let's get going on the double. Let's talk treasure hunts, let's talk puzzles. Cowlazars, Cowlazars. Cowlazars, Cowlazars.
All right, everybody. We'll see you on Saturday.